Good day, podcast community. This is an exciting training that'll provide you with clarity and why your networking architecture will absolutely unleash your business. We have 5 sessions. This is session number 1. We're talking theme key person of influence. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the building of your strategic wheel. You're looking at it right on the screen. It's going to give you clarity in network architecture. And in networking, your network is your net worth. And it is so critical that we build it strategically, not just by accident. So we're going to get into it to help you unleash your business, starting with this session. Okay, so understanding the relationships is your greatest business asset. We build our relationships. We know it's critical to the success of your business. What we don't know how to actually leverage it and form that architecture. The wheel is, look at it as a wheel. You are the center of that wheel. You have to know, like, and trust and bring those relationships to your ideal client. When you do that, you're more powerful in the value you create. So what you have to be thinking about is all the people that bring value to you and to your ideal client. So the first thing is the 12 categories. They have to be relevant for your business. I just listed them out. And let me see if I can make this bigger. For our people that like graphics. Nope, didn't do that. Hold on here. Here we go. Okay. So you look at, you are in the center: CPA, attorney, banker, insurance agent, business broker. Your other, you can put the word in there, your groups, associations, your clients, your payroll, your software providers, your coach, high performance coaches, or any coaches, and you're a real estate agent. So when you surround yourself with your strategic relationships, the categories that mean the most, you are building a valuable asset. And when you bring that together intentionally to the presentation, your value is so much better than somebody else that doesn't intentionally do this. So when we're looking at this, we have to look at the 12 categories. These are relevant to your business. Here's your 12. You can download this sheet so you can start filling this out as you think it through. Who do you know? Who do you like? Who do you trust? Who have you done business with that have added value, that you know they're good? Because these are trusted people. Your ideal prospect may not know them. So you're bringing your relationship. You're leveraging your trust. So choose them wisely. The worst thing you can do is just throw somebody in there just because you need to fill up a person in your wheel. No, these are trusted people. Relationships is built around trust. But you can put this together and you're leveraging your trust to help your ideal prospect. That's a training for a different day. But here, you're engaging with them. You're asking them. You're bringing them to the relationship because you're the key person of influence. And when you look at that, you're identifying the most relevant categories to your business. Every business has a little slight variation. I'm just giving you a general categories. When you talk about CPAs, attorneys, bankers, those are pretty relevant to most people, your insurance people, but you might have a few different ones. If you've been in business for a while and you've worked with your clients and you like them and you trust them, then they would maybe be more in that category. You could go more than 3 deep. But when you look at your putting this together, your first column, which you're looking at right here, is the ones we call it the gold or the crawl. You know, crawl, walk, run. You crawl in first. You do that always first before you run. So you're doing these relevant ones. When you've been doing business with, you know them, you like them, you trust them. Easy to put these together. The second column is going to be your crawl, you walk before you run. So this column is going to be your walk column or your silver relationships. And each time you put this down, you're locking in your relationship wheel, your wheel that has value. Because picture yourself on the cover of a magazine, and inside are 20 out of your 30, out of your 36, 20 out of your 36, because you're only going to select. Some may not be ready. Some may not be ready for this, but they could be in the magazine as like a $50 mention. They could get tremendous value. Always think, whenever you invest in marketing, get a 10x return. If somebody tells you, oh, you can get your money back, run. You don't want your money back. You want to 10x it. 10x everything you invest in. And when you have that mindset, your filter is better to determine the best opportunity for your business to grow. So when you put this together, you have your second column. Your third column is more a running type of thing, because we always crawl before we walk and then we run. So this is going to be a little bit harder as you put this together. Now, some of your categories, you may go 5 deep. That's okay. But you want to bring that to the relationship. When you look at your wheel, you are in the center. You are in the center. You're bringing the relationships to your ideal client. Together, you're better. Intentionally building your team. And how do you build it? Well, you're going to invite them to be part of your podcast. Create a digital asset. They benefit, you benefit, and the people that are looking to engage with them can understand and see and hear their story. That's why we podcast on purpose. There's a purpose to why we invite our strategic team to be guests, because we want people to get to know them through you. So that's why you're inviting them to be a guest on your podcast. Instead of doing a one-on-one, which sometimes they last an hour, most do, and you drive and you waste the time going and coming, create a digital asset. They benefit, you benefit, and the people listening to it, because we can always listen to the audio if we want. Sometimes it's a video to see if these people are good, because everybody wants to be on the cover, because you're on the cover, and people get most value by being on the cover, by putting their team together. So you look at 36, select 20, only 20, then we go through a 12-week high performance coaching. So every week we first start with the focal point. Then we go into clarity. Then we go into energy. Then we go into courage, productivity, influence. Then we go into the mastery, the second phase of it, the physiology, the psychology, the productivity mastery, the persuasion, the purpose, and then finally how to implement it all, put it all together. You are together you're better. Understanding strategically putting your team together, creating a digital asset, providing your ideal client with a team of people, because you come to the table with your presentation of your team. You give them the magazine. You provide that magazine, which has their story in it. So we always like to do trust and verify. There's reason, because Yes, I trust a person, but I want to verify because sometimes people aren't as conscientious about their referrals as I am. So you verify them, listen to their story, maybe contact them, ask them some questions. We're giving you 3. That way you have choices. We always want choices, and choices are better. But tactically, you're looking for 1 client. Strategically, you're bringing thousands of clients, thousands of prospects. That's why we put the asset of the magazine. We now train too on Substack because that's a free version of our magazine. It's like a newsletter on steroids or a magazine on steroids done in a way because we're always keep an eye on your cash flow. Cash flow is king. If you don't have leads, you don't have cash flow, and you don't have a thriving community. This is a thriving community. Done correctly, you build it and it'll keep giving. This magazine can be sent. It's published from Amazon, so you get a physical magazine that you're handing your ideal prospect. So they can see that it's not just you're on the cover. You can see the stories of the 20 people you select to be in your magazine. The ecosystems in the magazine, the mentions are in the magazine. It is a magazine of value because you've put them together. You've put these relationships intentionally together. So you're creating your personal relationship wheel. Once you do this, you have it. Then you're fine-tuning. You might put 1 together, keep expanding it. But basically, you're dealing with your 20 people. 20, then as they feel that they're ready to step up and be on the cover, they can step up. They have an opportunity to see the power of a relationship wheel, the power of key strategic relationships. So you're not just going out there getting 1 prospect, you're getting thousands because you've strategically put this together. Takes a little bit longer because you're not just looking for 1 client, you're looking for thousands. And your relationships can bring you that power. That's why we 10x and scale people's businesses. Don't look for an even return on your marketing dollar. Look for a 10x, 10. Okay. There's going to be we're going to have worksheets for you. So you can build your wheel, you can start building your relationship wheel. We're going to categorize it and show you how to invite people to be guests on your podcast. So their story, your story can be put together. So people get to see and understand and get to know them. People get to know you through your stories. When you create a digital asset, you're building your footprint online. And that's critical in a global economy, critical in a digital economy, critical to being the entrepreneur that wants to grow and leverage AI, leverage all the things that are coming together. So you're going to get some tools, some templates, and I'm going to see you in the next session where we're going to help you build a foundation. Think of this as like the story of the bamboo. It takes 8 years for the bamboo to break the foundation, the ground. Then it can grow up to 2 feet a day. Similar to what you're doing here. You build it. It won't take 8 years, but what if it takes you a month, 2 months, 3 months? And then your stories, your business is going to scale. And that's when it grows 2 feet a day. That's the way your business can grow. If you build that solid foundational wheel, your key strategic team. It's a mastermind team because you're going through 12 weeks together, 1 time a week. You're focused on how to build together the most powerful team that you'll ever build in your business. That's why it can scale. So, see you in session 2. In the meantime, get your wheel started. Get your 12 categories. Start activating You activate this, you're building that foundation. I'm Pete Kane. Be bold, make a difference, and have fun. Be bold, make a difference.